Okay, on page 482, we have a case B, another totally different case. Okay, totally different. This company also purchased equipment. However, here, the vendor say, okay, we deliver the machine to you, no problem. However, this is more like a lease to own. So everybody heard about lease to own? It's not pure lease, okay? Lease to own means we lease to you. You pay certain amount for each year, and by the end of the period, this machine belongs to you. But however, during the period, you start a payment for any reason, we are not happy, we are vendor, we are not happy, we can terminate the equipment agreement and take back. Let me tell you okay, how come the vendor prefer lease to own? The reason why is for security. Because if on your agreement this is a lease, and then the property ownership still belongs to the vendor. In case your company had any financial problem, even you file bankruptcy, the vendor coming in to take back the machine. Understand? Because the title, legal title, still belongs to the vendor. So the machine belongs to the vendor. So even though your business closed off, the vendor doesn't have to participate bankruptcy. Because even you file bankruptcy, it doesn't matter because this machine is my machine. But if vendor sold to you already and wait for the installment payment, once the business closed and this vendor stuck there, you file bankruptcy, this vendor is not the owner of the machine. This vendor is the owner of the account. And by law, they have to participate in the bankruptcy. They really mean probably $1 only get 1 cent. They lose a lot. So for the commercial business, usually vendor they prefer lease to own. They don't want to have the installment sales. Installment sales mean they transfer the legal title to you. And the lease to own, they keep the legal title. And by the end of the period, they transfer the title to you. Yes?
Dr. Tong, you said the two keywords. Owner of the account, owner of the machine.
Wow,
sounds
totally.
like the owner of the account have a legal issue, right?
There's a lot different, okay? The owner of the account means they lose the title on the machine already. They only own account receivable or know the receivable. Understand? So if the business closed, they can only claim on this account. They cannot claim on the machine because the machine belongs to the company already, the buyer already. So for commercial area, the vendor always prefer lease to own. They want to keep as the owner of the property, not the owner of the note payable account. That is the reason.
Maybe because of the term, I got a little confused. But when they lease the car to a customer,
yes,
the car still belongs to the dealer. So
that's correct.
So I think that he still owns the property. Why is it?
Yeah,
a legal issue.
Yeah, that's the reason why vendor prefer lease, not sales.
Not sale. Okay.
Yes, I just want to explain to you how come in the commercial area, quite often we heard about lease to own. Why? Because the vendor want to keep the ownership on the property. In case anything happen, they can control it. That is very important. But by the way, usually for the automobile, it's not lease to own, right? It's just a lease.
It's the lease.
Right, and because after 3 years, you still need to pay very, very high price. The price almost like brand new. So you say, forget it, I just lease. But for the commercial, like here, it's really lease to own because the payment you pay off already. During the period, you don't have to pay the lump sum final payment. So that's really the true lease to own. But you know, lease to own is different from installment sales because lease to own benefit to the vendor.
So can we calculate the payment?
We are going to, okay, right now we're going to.